Going on, y'all? It's the Almighty Lion here. Here's another story. It's about Nocturnal. One of the versions that I wrote had a nice little twist that I was starting to develop a pretty good story, like I really liked the way it was coming out. But I stopped. However, I like it. So here's where it goes. Alright. Nocturnal. Logan. Logan just is a Logan actually is a teenager. He is 18 or 17, turning on 18 after he graduates the following year. He obviously, he has a, as he's, gone to school and stuff like that, he develops friends. He has a lot of friends that he was just amongst his freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. He had like good friends, and he was very quite motivational in the sense that Logan stood for what was right, and he didn't allow the powers that be that tell us what we can do and what we can't do. So, for instance, he doesn't allow these deans of school, of high school, to tell them that they can't meet where they want to meet when they're told to leave their hangout. Logan steps up and doesn't do that. He actually shows up the next day and he kicks it there. He stays there. And his friends and people show up too. Well, the deans come and they try to kick them off the corner. And as people are leaving, Logan stands up and says, "No, we're not going to leave. We don't have to leave. There's another group of us. There's another group of people, of students who have the first hallway. If they're allowed to have a hallway, then so are we. It's a hangout, right?" Well, and the deans, well, no, it's going to cause a traffic pileup and no, this is bad. You're going to cause problems. Logan then tells the dean, "No, I'm not moving. And if you do move me, then there's going to be a problem. Just leave us alone. We're not doing nothing wrong. We're just hanging out. We'll stay against the wall. How about this? You know what? We'll stay against the corners. We won't crowd the hallway. There's nothing against that. You have us waiting on walls anyways when we're waiting to go into classroom before it starts." So the deans were reluctant, but they gave up their foolishness and walked away. And people, the his other friends who were, his comrades and all, they were his friends who were with him, who stood on the wall with him, on the corners actually. They established that day the location for where their hangout goes, and they weren't picked on again after that day. So Logan definitely has a lot of charisma. He's definitely not afraid to stand up for what he believes, but he can be a little arrogant. you know, he's a funny. He's just like anyone who was going to school, trying to get popular with the girls, good with the friends, popular with the friends, popular with different classes, the social stature within high school. Uh, but then it's all turned 180. At the end of the year, 2 months before, in November, a tragic accident happens. Logan discovers that his best friend has been murdered. More so, there was so much information that he didn't know what was what. When he called the source to find out if her death has been true, so he was hearing rumors that she's shot, that she's in the hospital, she's dead, she's still alive, or, something like that. He called his other friend and he asked him, "Hey, I'm getting crazy phone calls, man. Uh, I need to ask you something." And his friend, what's going on? What do you, yeah, let me know. Ask me the question. You know how I stopped over earlier? Logan's just, I stopped over here earlier in the day and I was here and I saw her car here. You guys told me, your brother told me that she went to church with one of our other friends. But I'm really upset if you're going to tell me right now that she is dead. Is she dead? It takes him a while, but his friend does respond. Yes, she's dead. I'm sorry to tell you like this. I know you were here, and believe me, I wanted to tell you. And I'm sorry. Logan takes it in. Is starting to feel some sort of way about how everything went down that day. Seeing it different. How everything was not coincidence. Something in his gut led him there. He hangs up the phone and he goes to his room. And he's just trying to understand how this can happen. And he just talked to her a couple days ago. He had just made up with her on Friday. She's dead. Between a Saturday night and the Sunday morning hours. If you'd like to know more, subscribe and like my stuff. Comment. Let me know what you want to hear. That's Nocturnal.